Welcome to Supernova Stock Watch. Looking at the top 5 monthly dividend stocks right now. Stocks were selected based on their projected total annual returns over the next 5 years. High-yielding monthly dividend payers have unique characteristics that make them especially suitable for investors seeking current income. Monthly dividend stocks are securities that pay dividends every month instead of quarterly or annually. More frequent dividend payments mean a smoother income stream for investors. First monthly dividend on the list taking the 5th spot is LTC Properties, ticker LTC. LTC Properties is a REIT that invests in senior housing and skilled nursing properties. Its portfolio consists of approximately 50% senior housing and 50% skilled nursing properties. The REIT owns 193 investments in 28 states with 35 operating partners. Just like other healthcare REITs, LTC benefits from a strong secular trend, namely the high growth of the population that is above 80 years old. This growth results from the aging of the baby boomers generation and the steady rise of life expectancy thanks to sustained progress in medical sciences. In the fourth quarter, funds from operations, FFO, per share decreased 28% over the prior year's quarter, from 78 cents to 56 cents, and missed the analyst consensus by 1 cent. The poor performance resulted primarily from lower rental income due to non-payment of lease obligations of senior care centers and Abri Health Services. We expect annual returns of 11.6%, driven by the 6.8% dividend yield, plus 5% from funds from options per share growth, and a negative 0.2% reduction from a declining valuation multiple. Now, looking to invest $100,000 in monthly dividends, with the share price of $34.33, and looking at the most current monthly paid dividends paid of 19 cents. You are looking at owning 2,912 shares, equaling monthly dividend earnings of $553.28 a month. Number 4 on the list is Ellington Residential Mortgage REIT, ticker EARN. Ellington Residential Mortgage REIT acquires, invests in, and manages residential mortgage and real estate related assets. Ellington focuses primarily on residential mortgage-backed securities, specifically those backed by a U.S. government agency or U.S. government-sponsored enterprise. Ellington is headquartered in Old Greenwich, Connecticut, and is a small-cap company with a market capitalization of $136 million. Ellington Residential Mortgage REIT is externally managed by Ellington Residential Mortgage Management LLC. The mortgage REIT has an agency residential mortgage-backed securities, RMBS, portfolio of $1.2 billion and a non-agency RMBS portfolio of $9.1 million. Agency MBS are created and backed by government agencies or enterprises, while non-agency MBS are not guaranteed by the government. We expect 12.5% annual returns for the stock, representing a 1% expected EPS growth rate, plus the 12.5% dividend yield, and a 1% reduction from a declining valuation multiple. If you're looking to invest $100,000 in monthly dividends, with the share price of $9.74, and looking at the most current monthly dividends paid, which is 10 cents, you are looking at owning 10,266 shares, equaling monthly dividend earnings of $1,026.60 a month. Number 3 on the list is Grupo Aval Acciones, ticker AVAL. Grupo Aval is a Colombian holding company engaged in various financial activities, including banking, telecommunications, and real estate in Colombia and Central America. The company's majority owner is Luis Carlos Sarmiento, who owns about 80% of the shares. Grupo Aval owns voting stock in some well-known companies such as Banco de Bogotá, Banco Popular, and BAC Credimatic, with operations in Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and the U.S. state of Florida. We expect annual returns above 13% going forward, comprised of 3% expected earnings growth, the 6% dividend yield, and a significant boost from an expanding PE multiple. Looking to invest $100,000 in monthly dividends, with the share price of $5.46, and looking at the most current monthly dividends paid, which is 2 cents. You are looking at owning 18,315 shares, equaling monthly dividend earnings of $366.30 a month. Number 2 on the list is AGNC Investment Corporation, ticker AGNC. American Capital Agency Corp. was founded in 2008 and is a mortgage real estate investment trust that invests primarily in agency mortgage-backed securities, or MBS, on a leveraged basis. The firm's asset portfolio is comprised of residential mortgage pass-through securities, collateralized mortgage obligations, or CMO, and non-agency MBS. Many of these are guaranteed by government-sponsored enterprises. The majority of American Capital's investments are fixed-rate agency MBS. Most of these are MBS with a 30-year maturity period. AGNC derives nearly all its revenue in the form of interest income. It currently generates $1.2 billion in annual net revenue and trades at a market capitalization of $7.5 billion. AGNC reported its Q4 2021 results on January 31, 2022. Q4 net spread and dollar roll income per share stood at 75 cents. Tangible net book value increased to $15.75 from $16.41 quarter-over-quarter. The company also announced dividends per common share of 36 cents for the fourth quarter, while economic return on tangible common equity came in at a negative 1.8%. Meanwhile, the company's investment portfolio at the quarter end stood at $82 billion. We expect 16% annual returns for AGNC, made up of the 11.1% dividend yield, no growth, and a 4.9% boost from a rising P/FFO multiple. If you're looking to invest $100,000 in monthly dividends, with the share price of $13.18, and looking at the most current monthly dividends paid, which is 12 cents, you are looking at owning 7,587 shares, equaling monthly dividend earnings of $910.44 a month. Number 1 on the list is Orchid Island Capital, ORC. Orchid Island Capital Incorporated is a REIT operating in the mortgage industry. Mortgage REITs differ from most other REITs. For example, traditional REITs typically own a portfolio of physical real estate, which they lease to tenants to collect rental income. Mortgage REITs are purely financial entities, and Orchid Island does not own any physical properties. Instead, it is an externally managed REIT, by Bimini Advisors LLC, that invests in residential mortgage-backed securities, RMBS. Either pass-through or structured agency RMBSs, which are financial instruments that collect cash flow based on residential loans such as mortgages, including subprime and home equity loans. We expect annual returns of 18.3% for ORC stock, driven by the 23% dividend yield and a small amount of business growth, offset by a declining valuation multiple. If you're looking to invest $100,000 in monthly dividends, with the share price of $3.20, and looking at the most current dividends paid, which is 5 cents, you are looking at owning 31,250 shares, equaling monthly dividend earnings of $1,562.50 a month. Why monthly dividends? The bulk of monthly dividend-paying securities are REITs and BDCs. There are many groups of investors who can benefit from monthly dividend payments, but retirees, in particular, may rely on the income for their living. Although they may not be the best choice all the time, monthly dividends are always a good option because it allows your money to take in more interest and allow for returns to be compounded on a more frequent basis. The more frequent you compound interest, the greater the total return on your money. This is especially true over a more extended period. Monthly dividend stocks offer the benefit of having cash on hand. Since they typically provide a cascade of regular, monthly dividends, it's easier to forecast your financial future. A monthly dividend payment would be a better option for you if you anticipate needing cash quickly, as this is more likely to happen than with quarterly payments. Possible risk of monthly dividends. Investors should be aware that many monthly dividend stocks are speculative. Monthly dividend stocks typically have an elevated payout ratio. An elevated payout ratio means that the company has less room to lower the dividend because it is dependent on dividends to maintain its finances. Additionally, a high payout ratio means that a company retains little money to invest for future growth. A company's management team may use its balance sheet for aggressive borrowing to fuel growth, leading to financial hardship. High debt and a high payout ratio are a dangerous mix for the possibility of future dividend reductions. The benefits of having a monthly dividend payer are undeniable. They can help you build wealth more steadily, and in some cases, a high-quality monthly dividend payer could be all you need for financial security. There are many examples of high-quality dividend payers. Realty Income, ticker O, is a good example. They have paid increasing dividends, on an annual basis, every year since 1994. When considering the purchase of a monthly dividend-paying stock, it is good to research the company before jumping in extensively. Final thoughts. Financial freedom is reached when your passive income exceeds your expenses. But how you invest your passive income also matters, not just the frequency and amount. Monthly payments allow you to match your expenses during the month with your portfolio income. The majority of personal expenses recur monthly, whereas most dividend stocks pay quarterly. Investing in monthly dividend stocks pays dividends with the same frequency as other monthly expenses, which helps make sure your money is working as hard as possible. Some companies offer their investors higher yields to tempt them into signing up for monthly dividends. The combination of monthly dividend payments and a high yield should appeal to income investors. The high payout ratios and shorter histories of most monthly dividend securities mean they tend to have elevated risk levels. Let me know what you think about these top 5 high-yield monthly dividend picks. I enjoy sharing my insight with you and helping both of us become better traders and investors and find some level of success. You have made it to the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos and also check out the description for great deals and sign-up bonuses.